Hey, internship folks. I wanted to just make this video so that I could walk you through everything you're going to need to do in the next couple of weeks because it's honestly a lot. So I wanted to make sure you're staying on top of things. All right, so this week Alexis is doing the Blackboard discussion, so make sure you go in and comment on hers. Tomorrow Reflection 12 is due. This is a really good time to go back and see which reflections you've missed and write something because there are several weeks where I only got maybe 1 or 2 reflections. So make sure that you are checking these. If your supervisor never got to their midterm eval, follow back up with that, okay? This is all what you should be focusing on fairly quickly. So then Jessica is back. Yay! Hi, Jess. She is going to do our last discussion next week instead of me now. So be on the lookout for that. And then remember, so a week from tomorrow, the 5th of May, the 5th of May is a week from tomorrow. That is when all those career development assignments are due. So make sure that you are going through all those steps. And I'm going to take you over to Blackboard in a minute so you can remember what those are. But those are all due on a week from tomorrow, a week from Monday, the 4th. Your class presentations and your final paper and your hours log are all due at the time of what would have been our normal exam time, which is Friday, the 8th, at 11:30. So if you are able to, I would say, share your presentation with your supervisor. Typically we invite them and I often provide a lunch for them, but just share your presentation with your supervisor since they won't be able to come. These are not concurrent. You are going to record a narrated PowerPoint. Sometimes these are also called a voiceover PowerPoint, and then just post it on Blackboard. And right now I think the way I have it set up, only I can see them. If you all want to see each other's, let me know and I can change the way that that's turned in. Just let me know. So going back up here, just to remind you of what the heck paper and presentation are due. So this is a longer paper, but it translates pretty quickly from your reflections that you've been doing throughout the semester. So the first part is a summary of your experiences at your internship. And again, that's where you can just pull from those reflections, especially obviously the first half of the semester. And then you're going to reflect on how those relate to prior coursework. Now, this could be any of your psych classes or can be any class outside psych. I've had people tie stuff to bio classes, history classes, religion classes, English classes. So any coursework that you've taken at Wesleyan or even beyond, if you're a transfer student, you can incorporate that. And then you're going to tie it into your future career goals. So maybe this made you realize, yeah, I want to do what I was doing. Maybe it made you realize, I really don't want to do this, right? So either way, you're going to tie that in. And then you're going to incorporate scholarly literature. Now remember, one of the reasons we did the presentations, the discussion presentations that we've been doing, the way we did it, is that you already have one of these 5 articles. So now you just need to find 4 more. So you all are golden. And you just incorporate those wherever they make sense. A lot of people in the past have sort of tied them into talking about their experiences at their internship. A lot have tied them into their coursework, and some have even tied them into their career goals. So certainly there. APA formatting, you can either use version 6 or version 7, whichever one you know better at this point in time. Make sure you have a nice reference list, spelling, grammar, and it's due at the time of our final exam. Okay, so your presentation, 10 minutes or less. I'm not trying to make this awful, so something short. It is very, very similar to your papers. What I'm going to recommend is write your paper first and then make your notes based on that and make your presentation based on those notes. It'll be really easy. So you're going to describe your internship site and any recommendations you have for anyone who wanted to intern there in the future. You're going to summarize your experiences on your internship. And then you're going to talk about your prior coursework and your future career goals. And you'll get a little bit of credit for your presentation skills and also your PowerPoint itself. So as again, there are directions here on how you do these narrated or voiceover PowerPoints. I'm sure if you just go to YouTube and search it, there are things there too. So again, we're going to go over this again when we get to Blackboard, but make sure that you are doing all of these career development activities, because not only do you get your points from them, but also because they are going to help you as you go forward with your career. So the other thing not to forget, which I don't think I've been reminding you about, is that you have a self-eval to do for the end of the semester of how you did as an intern. And again, I'm going to show you where all that is on Blackboard right now. Okay. So if you go to our Blackboard page, and I'll jump into student view here so it'll look like it looks when you all see it. Okay, if you go to the COVID professional development assignments and you click on that, here is where all of the directions are for each of these assignments. So you're going to update your resume, include your internship info, discuss it with Jess Harrington over in Career Development. She has a Calendly like I do, so it's real easy to set up an appointment with her. And then write a brief reflection about your experience and upload it. And then ask 2 professionals in your career field on your resume. And then just list them here. LinkedIn, I know a couple of you have already done this. Your profiles look great. So all you're going to do once you've updated it is copy paste it in Blackboard, and I'll go check it out. And if we're not connected, I'll connect with you. Once you've done all this, do your resume. Make sure your LinkedIn profile's on there. Do a mock interview with Jess. She's really, really helpful in general, very kind, very supportive. So she should be a great asset here. And then write a handwritten thank you note to your supervisor and 1 or 2 other people. Just write their names and positions here. And then, put those in the mail. I'm sure that they wouldn't mind getting something to cheer them up at this point in time. And then you're going to apply to 1 job in your field, and this can either be, if you're graduating, like a job, or it can be something maybe just for the summer, and that's fine. Or maybe something you do more heavily over the summer and you do part-time come everything else. So also the evals, okay? So you're not going to have your supervisor do the final eval anymore. But do have them fill out the midterm eval. But then you also have a end of internship self-eval to fill out and then upload here. Just ask you to reflect on yourself and how you think you did. And I score you based on you turning it in. And then your hours log, I think 1 or 2 of you have already turned that in. Again, this can be any format, an Excel file, a Word file, a link to whatever Google Doc you used. But again, make sure you get these in because you get points for all these things. Finally, paper and the presentations get uploaded here. You can either directly upload your presentation or you can post it on YouTube and then link it over here, whatever is easier for you. I think that's it in terms of what I wanted to make sure you knew about. But please, if you have any questions, shoot me an email, set up a Calendly appointment. So your big due dates, looking forward, the 4th, all the career development stuff is due. That's a week from tomorrow. And then the 8th, which is a week from Friday, is when our final exam period would have been. So that's when all your other big stuff is due. So I hope that everything's going well, and I will virtually hear and see you over the next couple weeks. Bye-bye.